another space that has underperformed widely and where retail investors have a large chunk of their investments is the small cap space this time around. About a 22-23% kind of a fall is what we have already seen. One of the worst performances since 2018, maybe in 2018 or 19, it had fallen about 7%. It was still okay, but 23% is a huge downtake. And therefore, even if the Nifty would seemingly look like it is reaching its record high level yet again or floating above it, it's the portfolios that are still bleeding. How would you explain to investors what is it that they're doing wrong? What should they be understanding when they deal with small caps, and what do you expect going forward in this space, sir?
So, Sakshi, as a house, we, employ about 35 analysts which cover about 1100 companies. So that I'm just giving as an example to tell you that we are very constructive about the not only just small cap, but even beyond the top 500 stocks, which fundamentally you would say is micro cap. So
Okay.
we are on the entire space, right? But when it comes to mutual fund investors or generally stock market investors constructing their portfolios, what they should keep in mind is that small cap by character itself is a very volatile space. If you take last 20-25 years of history, on average, in any given year, from the top, the small cap index has declined 20-25%.
Okay.
There are very many years where it falls 20-25% from its previous high. And if you take if you take some odd periods, like I'll give you an example, from Jan 2018 till April 2020, it was down 66%. But from April 2020 till October 21, it was up 4x.
Okay.
And then in March 2023, the small cap index came back to the same level as it was in January 2018, which is like 5 years and a quarter back. So I'm just giving you all these examples to tell you it's a very volatile space. We are very constructive on small caps purely because we can generate alpha. Like when we run flexi cap funds, multi cap funds, we feel that significant proportion of our alpha will come from what our team does in the small cap, micro cap space. But because of the inherent volatility of the small cap space, we don't run an exclusive small cap fund. White Oak is probably the only fund house which doesn't have an exclusive small cap fund, despite having very large research and a huge preponderance of small cap exposure in all the diversified funds. Why is that? That is because that space is so volatile that people will enter in 2018, 21 and 24 and get disappointed in 2020, 23 and 25. So the higher the volatility, the bigger.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.